Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while, but that's pretty much because I've been very busy with work and helping out at New Look Boutique located in Guyana for Guyana's Jam Zone celebration, and that has pretty much taken a lot of my time. So I'm definitely back and ready to keep these videos rolling for those of you that are interested. So today's topic is called Life Detox, and I'm pretty much gonna share with you guys why I've chose such a title for this video, and it basically has a lot to do with health. So I'm just gonna get right to it and share my little story with you guys. Prior to going to Guyana, my family and I got news that a relative was very ill. She couldn't do much for herself. She had went to about over 20 doctors, and no one can really tell her what was really wrong with her, and sadly she had pretty much given up. She didn't know what else to do. So her mom said to her, well, I heard about this doctor that's really good. He's located in Guyana, and she said, well, maybe you should come here and see him. So she pretty much went to him, and at that point she needed assistance walking. She needed assistance with a lot of things that she normally do for herself. So she got there, and his reaction was like, I wish you had came to see me earlier. But of course he did what he had to do. So I know that I will be going to Guyana like the following week. So my top priority also was pretty much to go see her and see how she's feeling and how she's responding to the doctor's treatment. So I got there, and she was in the kitchen cooking. She was doing her own laundry. She was able to do pretty much all the things that she's been doing for herself before. And I was stunned. I was amazed. I was so happy, and I couldn't believe my eyes, because my family prayed and prayed that whatever was wrong would go away and that she would feel better. So this was like amazing to see for myself what was happening. We sat down, and she pretty much filled me in on the doctor and what he did for her and her experience with him. She told me, well, his name is Dr. Nazim, I'm sorry, I may pronounce it wrong. She told me that he studied in West Africa. He does like a cell analysis that pretty much tells you what's wrong with your body, and he sits you down and he explains what the chart or the computer is telling him based on the scan, and he does the detox and explain further like if you would need more treatment or pretty much monitor you to see if there's progress. So to see such a miraculous recovery, I was like, well, I would like to see this doctor because this is amazing. So I went in there, and I pretty much decided to do the cell analysis. I'm gonna say he pretty much puts a device that's connected to a computer in the palm of your hand, and you pretty much hold it, and the computer now would do a scan from head to toe of your body, and it'll tell you in detailed information what is wrong, like what's off balance, and like with your nutrients, your hormones, everything. It pretty much tells you. I think he had mentioned to me that this was like a 5,000 page analysis. So prior to seeing him, I have at the time I was 25. I have no real health issues. I barely just get like a couple of allergies here and there during the year, and I my only concern was that I would get constant headaches, and it'll go and come. It wouldn't be like consistent non-stop all the time, but like I will go a couple of weeks or months and I wouldn't get any, but when they come like every single day. Another concern was me being so tired. Like I felt like I had absolutely no energy. I can sleep for about 48 hours and wake up and still feel tired. So I pretty much thought like, well, I work as a nurse, which is a lot of long hours, and I shop for a New Look boutique, as I mentioned, and between the two, it's very demanding between the two of them. So I pretty much thought, well, maybe this is why I'm so tired, and maybe I just need to rest. These are some of the things that he pretty much told me after I did the analysis. Like, he asked me if I was getting shortness of breath. And just before the analysis, I was so nervous that I felt like I could hardly breathe. And I laughed and I was like, well, I'm currently feeling that way. Well, he was like, well, I just did the analysis, and it pretty much told me that. So he told me like 50% of my vision was bad. I wear contacts or glasses to help me see. He also told me that from the computer, he can see like blood clots in the back of my head that's been there for a very long time. And he asked me if I've been hit in the head. So I said, well, when I was about, I want to say 4 or 5, I had fell and I have a scar in my head in that same area. So he was telling me that my kidneys bad, my liver wasn't functioning. And when I say bad, I mean like it's not functioning the way it's supposed to. And he said my hormones are imbalanced. He was like, I'm easily fatigued. I fuss about stuff. He also told me that there was a toxin called formalin, which is pretty much used to clean hospitals and nursing homes, or a germicide that was present in my body, like it's seeping through my pores or I'm ingesting it in some way. And I did my own research, of course, and pretty much realized that it was found in some food, some vegetables. And Bo talked about my energy level, and he was like, you can sleep forever and you will not have any energy because of the imbalances in my body. He also said, he was like, is your skin getting darker? And I'm like, well, it's summertime. In New York, my skin is gonna get darker. I'm a woman of color. So then I thought about it for a while and I was like, well, this man hasn't seen me a day in his life, so how can he know if I'm darker or lighter or whatever? But I also remember like the day before and like for the past couple of days since I've been in Guyana, everyone's been saying, Mauricia, your skin looks so dark. I'm not used to you being so dark. So I said, I don't know, it's summertime, it's hot. And that was interesting. So those are just few of the things that he shared with me. And on the downside is that his computer system is set up, I guess the security on it is so intense that you can't copy this information in any way. It's so many pages that I don't even know if you would want copies of it. You'd probably send yourself insane trying to read all that information. And it cannot be emailed to you based on the computer setup. So that was the downside of it. But after I did my analysis, I pretty much decided to do 3 detox, which he calls reverse osmosis. Which I did a little research, and I want to say this detox is similar to the ionic detoxes that has been done, where they would draw, some say bacteria, some say it alkaline, like it balances the acidity in your body, so it makes your body more alkaline, which helps with slowing down disease processes, because when your body has high levels of acid, disease and other bacteria are able to thrive in such environment. So I asked him if this was any different from the basic ionic detox, and he said that his reverse osmosis takes bacteria out of the body by pushing oxygen into your cells, where the ionic detox would take out the bacteria in his terms, and it's not able to control what it takes out. It takes out both good and bad as well, so that's not good. So I'm gonna put pictures in of the process of the whole detox. Put your feet into like basin, I want to say, like a square container with water, and it'll pretty much, then he puts a filter in it and it draws the bacteria out. So he said, he was also telling me that not all the filters wouldn't do the same. His do something different from the basic. So me and my friends went there for my last detox, and they were like, what if there's something that's making the water turn brown? So we asked him to put a filter in just a container with water, and he put it in, and the water didn't change at all. And so there was nothing else to question at that point. So I'm gonna go into how I felt after the detox. So I pretty much was still my sleepyheaded self, and I still had very little energy. But what I noticed is that I would need a lot of fluids. Like, I drank a lot of water. My output, I would be going to the bathroom a lot, which was different for me because I normally go to Guyana, and the change in environment, my body doesn't react the way it normally does as if I'm home. So I decided, well, I eat fairly healthy. I eat a lot of organic foods, and why is my body so bad if I'm eating I'm not perfect, but I eat as good as I do the best I can when it comes to watching what I eat and trying to maintain my activities and being healthy. So I decided now that I'm just going to implement a couple of steps that would now increase my chances of improving my health. So first, I decided that I was going to get some organic multivitamins, and this brand is from Pure Synergy, if you can see it. Okay, so it's pretty much made from natural herbs or ingredients. Well, these are specifically for women. They're supposed to help with a hormonal imbalance, your heart health, your immune protection, digestive ease, and help to support your mind and brain. And it has a lot of spices and flowers and stuff like that that's a little bit more healthy than regular multivitamins. So they're pretty big, and you have to take about 6, the maximum of 6 per day. I pretty much take 3 because I'm not gonna kill myself with it. I take 1 3 times a day, and I also decided to implement probiotic, also for women, and my everyday routine. I take 3 of this, sometimes I take 2 per day, and it's gluten-free, it has no binders, fillers, or carriers, and it's vegetarian capsules. So I decided to try these 2, and I also decided to implement some changes in my everyday life, like to decrease my stress level. So what I pretty much do is try to keep my surroundings organized, try to improve my schedule. I'm that kind of person that does not like clutter. I pretty much decided that I'm gonna try to improve on my workout schedule, and I've decided to eat more organic foods, pay a lot more attention to what I'm putting in my body. I've noticed since I've done the detox that I'm not really able to tolerate fried foods or concentrated sugars as I used to. I would have extreme cravings for sweet stuff, and I no longer feel these cravings. My body just feels a little lighter, and it's been like about 2 weeks since, and now I feel like my energy level is up there. It's way better than what it was, and I'm just gonna maintain a healthy lifestyle to the best of my ability. But I wanted to share this information with you guys and hope that it helps someone else that's interested or thinking about doing this cleanse. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm a nurse yet, and nor am I paid, I must say, for this information that I'm putting out there. And I can't say that every doctor or every person that does this detox does it the same. All I know about is Dr. Nazim's methods and the information that was given to me by him, and I'm sharing my experience with it. And I will also come back in a few months and let you guys know if my body is back to where it was, if with the vitamins and everything else that I'm implementing, if my health has improved. And this is pretty much it for now, and thank you guys so much for listening. And I'm so happy that my cousin is okay and she's able to now go back to work and living her life the way she's supposed to be living her life. And thank you so much, guys. Please rate, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any questions you may have about the detox or the video, please let me know. Or if you simply just want a tutorial on my makeup routine for today, you can leave me a comment. So stay blessed and goodbye.